Hey everybody, Shane here. Hey, look, you've heard me talking about my friends at Joseph Meyer Club, and I want you to go over, check them out at josephmeyerclub.com today and try out their brand new aftershave. And if you use my promo code RPPJMC20, you can try it today with 20% off. So just enter that code at checkout. Again, RPPJMC20 at checkout at josephmeyerclub.com. And yeah, it's a great product. I've been using it myself and I love it, and it smells great. And so check it out and for all your aftershave needs. Again, josephmeyerclub.com. Follow them on Facebook as well for more information. And yeah, tell them Shane sent you. Thanks, everybody. Hey, everybody. Shane Presley here with the Rock Paper Podcast. Let me tell you about my friends at Naked Vine. Located at 1624 Clarkson Road in Chesterfield, Missouri. Serving up all your favorite wine, whiskey, tequila, and local craft beers. Swing by and visit them this week for some great live music. Friday, February 15th, you can see River City Grassers out there. On February 16th, Saturday night, one of my personal favorites, Les Scruff and the Billy Goat. I return to Naked Vine on March 12th with my singer-songwriter storytelling showcase, bringing along my good friends Brad Noe, Jenny Rokas, and Andrew Ryan. Do not miss that show. $5 cover, 7 p.m. start. It's going to be a great night. I've been having so much fun doing these out there. So come on out, check it out, see what it's all about. All this information and more can be found at nakedvine.net. Be sure to follow along on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the show.
A podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio. It's on the internet. Does that make sense? Uh-huh. Yeah. That's also like my mom. It makes it sound more confusing, doesn't it? It sounds like this.
What's up, guys? We're Man The Helm, and you're listening to Rock Paper Podcast.
Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast, y'all.
Hey, everybody. Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast, coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Hanging out today with the guys of Man The Helm. Welcome to the show, guys.
What's going on?
What up? This is cool, man. I'm glad to be here, getting to talk about some brand new Man The Helm tunes and everything. We are missing one guy though, right?
Yep.
We are, yeah, Greg had
Old Greg.
Old Greg. Old Greg had to work.
Yeah. But the rest of you guys want to introduce yourselves for everybody listening?
Spencer, I play bass.
I'm Andrew, I sing.
I'm Kevin, I play the drums.
I'm Caleb, and I play guitar, kind of.
He tries.
Sometimes.
I gave it a
I
shot.
had kind of on the mind, too.
I gave it a shot.
Yeah.
And then Greg plays guitar too.
Mm-hmm.
What a guy.
When he shows up.
Yeah.
We that didn't take long to rip on him, man. About a minute in there already. So
Yeah, man, that's what he's here
that's
for.
what happens when you don't show up to the podcast.
That's right. Yeah.
But like I said, we got a lot of things happening for the group. But being this is our first time officially getting to hang out and talk, I'd like to kind of start at the beginning and talk about where Man The Helm gets started and everything. This I know this group's been around for a bit.
Well, I'm out.
I've been around
Good luck, guys.
for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Well, I was in a band before, or two, and that all fell apart. And Chris Coleman, like I was talking to him about wanting to be in a new band and kind of get something started. And I didn't have any leads on anything, and he sent me to Spencer. So Spencer was in Breakdances with Wolves, and kind of went from there. It was a package deal. I couldn't get him without getting Clark. And then I had Andrew on the back burner, waiting to get something started.
What up?
And then
Call me when you're ready.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, where did Greg come from?
We met a couple times before Greg, and then
Yeah.
Greg was in the Naked Strangers, and they stopped playing. And I know he was kind of looking around to play again. He was ready to play again. So when we started talking, it was like, all right, let's make this happen.
Right.
We needed another guitar player. And I was like, Greg is an animal on guitar, so let's see if he has time and he wants to do it. So,
and then
was down for
from
it.
that point, we had that conversation and we didn't do anything for like 8 months.
Yeah.
Started band cool.
Yeah, like
Yeah, it was rough.
we basically kind of put all the
nailed down
pieces
when.
together. I even had talked
Great concept.
to Kevin
Hey.
and Dustin about getting this band thing started, and they kind of had their own thing going. And I couldn't have one without the other, but I already had the drummer lined up, so kind of had to work around that. So we didn't get Kevin at first, but he's here now. But yeah, so we spent like 8 months not doing anything or talking or really any of it. And then one day we just kind of like, hey, let's practice.
Yeah, what are you
And,
doing Saturday?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And it was awful. Like we got together and it sucked.
It was
Like
pretty bad.
nobody meshed. Like musically, it just wasn't like working with the song that we tried. So then we just kind of like jammed, and then like all the pieces fell together.
All we had to do was scrap that first song.
Yeah,
And since then, it was
it's coming back
Beautiful.
though.
Yeah.
We're doing it again.
We jammed that first song and it was trash. And then in 2 hours we wrote Crows. Like it was just there. So.
Can You Polish a Turd? I guess we'll find out.
We're gonna do it.
Stay tuned.
It is kind of interesting how like some of those songs like they sit for a while and then you revive them and then all of a sudden kind of the pieces coming together and stuff. So never know. And
Yep.
like, maybe it works this time.
It's gonna be a hit.
Oh, it's gonna
Yeah.
do it.
I feel like
Yeah, it'll be a
growing,
banger for sure.
I feel like growing too as like a band, having Kevin as an outside ears helps a lot too. Because
Sure.
I feel like we're better together now than we were then.
Yeah. Yeah. So I get this about what three or something.
We're going on 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah, we took a break
Sure.
after our last show last year in May for a pretty long time, and then kind of started back up. So I'd say collectively 3 years,
Yeah.
but to make myself feel better, I say 2.
Right.
I feel less bad about having 6 songs than
Really, we've only played like a year
a year's worth of shows.
of shows.
Really.
Yeah. We've only been kind of like public.
Sure.
Not even
Really?
that, 'cause it was June 23rd at the Firebird that summer.
Yeah.
And then a year later was May at the Old Rock House, so not
Yeah.
even a year of
Right.
shows, but
Yeah.
And then we disappeared. We stopped doing it.
Yeah.
went into hiding.
Yeah. And that's what's kind of cool now that you guys are back. In full swing with everything, especially like with the EP out now and all this. But I guess like the last time I saw you guys was like Delmar Hall in
Yep.
March or
Yep.
something. So it's been quite a while. So which was really a lot of fun that night.
It was a good
That was a
time.
great show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that was amazing.
And so it's cool to see that you guys are back in action doing this, and Kevin on board now.
It's because of Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not at all
99% of what we're doing and why we're doing it and how we're doing it, I would say it's Kevin.
Yeah, I felt like for a minute we were kind of done, and then Kevin showed up, and after that, like we've just hit the ground running. Like we dropped the EP, and we've been, getting shows booked and working on new stuff and like actually progressing.
The little spark we needed.
Yeah, just a little kick in the ass. Just a little one.
There it is.
It's kind of like, I feel good because it's like a full-on like rebrand. I really like that with the new logo, with the way the tracks sound live now, with literally everything that it's pretty much 100% of rebranding. And I like that a lot actually.
Yeah.
I think we needed it after our time off.
Mini hiatus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good way to put it.
Yeah. I kind of went through that too. Like even doing the show, like I started the show with my buddy Chris, and we had a lot of fun together for the first year of it, and then but he stepped down, and after that I essentially rebranded the show since it was just myself, and kind of gave it new life to it because I started doing the show all the time then after that, so it's a lot different today than it was.
We're on episode like 18,000 now.
Yeah, I think just
18,500.
I mean, that's this. I did about 20 this week already. So,
That's crazy.
Wow.
I think the
Busy.
I'm just
first
kidding.
one I think I did with you was like episode like 168, And like I was looking the other day, and you're on like 600, 700. Man, that's
creeping up on 700.
it was only like 2 years ago. Like you think about the amount of days in a week and days in a year, and you've gone like every day since then.
I think I did like 180 something last year.
Holy
2018.
Wow, that's
Something
awesome.
like that. So
Staying busy, man.
yeah, man. I like the party.
Yeah, that's good.
I like my Jesus to party.
Yeah, so like I said, we got the EP. Let's talk about this. We got the brand new EP available digitally everywhere, right?
Yep. 100%.
Yeah,
correct.
Spotify.
No
Google
physical
Play.
copies yet. You don't get those.
Apple Music, basically anywhere.
Yeah, pretty much
Titled
everywhere.
Hold Strong.
Correct.
Where's the title come from?
So
It's a song lyric.
yeah, so in FYE, in the second verse, it also repeats right before the end of the song. I say, "Hold strong to your faith in me," and we were tossing around in our band group chat names for the EP, and I think we tossed around a bunch of different ones like "Keep It on Wax," "Slapshot Regatta."
Those are it was all band names.
Yeah, blame it on the Wolves, and even did we try to use the band names for
For
like song titles and EP titles.
Yeah.
One day in the band chat, I was just like, "What about Hold Strong?" And Greg was like, "Well, that sounds pretty cool," and we're all like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
Greg never disagrees with anything.
No.
He's an
Really, it's going to be called Poop Turd.
Yeah,
Sounds great.
great. I love it. I love
He's the nicest person on the planet. So.
We're all really passive too. So like somebody spitballs an idea, and unless it is just like terrible,
Dirt.
yeah, we run with it. So that's like the band name. We spent probably a couple weeks kind of spitballing band names, and so me and Spencer have the same exact tattoo,
Yeah.
and
That's
we
cute.
didn't plan on it. It was years apart, okay? But
Mine
Destiny.
first. Just
Fate.
saying.
Man the Helm is like
what
in
they
his
say.
tattoo because he's got a banner because he's cool and I don't. I just have a picture. But yeah, that's where the name came from.
Yeah.
For the band itself was from Spencer's tattoo.
And what does yours say? Anyone can tame the sea, but
Says anyone can man the helm when the sea is calm.
oh, I like that. That's even cooler than what I thought it was.
That should have been the album
That
title.
should have been the
Yeah.
album title. Yeah.
Why is our band not that name?
Yeah, that long one.
What's up, guys? Where anyone can tame the sea?
Yeah, so those
Oh my god.
Tame the sea bullshit, man. The hell.
Yeah.
I stumble on most of the shit I say on stage anyway. I don't need that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a lot. But so the whole thing has been like nautical themed. Yeah, like not really intentionally, but it just keeps happening. So we just got a new logo from Kevin's dad.
Side story there. Denny Blackwell designed the logo.
Yeah, well, we were on the point, and I said Denny Fowler.
Denny Fowler.
Sorry, that's my dad because that's my dad's name, Denny Fowler. I don't know why he said that, but Denny Blackwell designed the logo.
Kevin hopped on it like immediately.
Yeah, that's my dad.
That's my
I could
dad.
just see it in his face. He had no clue that he had just said
No
that.
idea.
And then it popped out again. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's Denny Fowler. I mean Denny Fowler. Crap."
Yeah, I just kept doing it, man.
That is my father.
But so our original logo had like the helm on it, and like everything's like our album cover is a pirate, and it's all just been like sea stuff,
I mean, it's
pirates, and
worked for us. I mean,
it has, yeah. But we kind of tried to
Ocean
like
stuff is cool.
move
Yeah.
past that, so we got a new logo.
Should all wear life jackets on stage.
And we're trying to like, yeah, it's part of the whole rebranding process. We're just trying to like move on from that.
I think with one of the things too, we wanted to keep the tie to like the nautical theme. So like if you look at our new logo, like the H has the wave in it.
Yeah,
So it's not
it's
like
a toothpaste logo.
it's, we rebranded
Sponsored
as
by
Pepsi.
Yeah.
But it's yeah.
Pepsi.
But we just how can we
Colgate.
keep that nautical theme without being blatant about it? And that's what he came up with, and it was kind of exactly what we were looking for, just kind of being subtle with still keeping that overall kind of nautical vibe.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Denny.
Just a small one.
Yeah.
A better one this time than last time, yeah. Because we got his name right.
Man,
Right.
the Pepsi.
Man, the Pepsi. We're taking over.
Toothpaste the helm.
Yeah, once tooth core.
Tooth core. Yes. I forgot we did that. Dental core.
That's it.
Dental
Yeah.
core.
Dental core.
Heavy dental.
So those names you mentioned earlier were those other potential band names or something? Or
They've pretty much been through all of it. They were either going to be band names, or they were going to be song names, or they were going to be EP titles. Like,
and
basically any vulgar, stupid thing any of us say, Andrew writes down as like a potential song title. So if they don't make it onto an actual like,
I just want to look it up.
if they don't make it onto an actual song, they're at least a working title. So when we're at practice, like that's what the songs are known as. Like Until the End, we call MILF Destroyer, which Kevin probably didn't know.
This is awesome.
One of was Eat Shit Space Nerds.
Eat Shit Space Nerds. What was another really good one?
Greg used to work at a
I wasn't
a place that made like Gold Bond and like Vagisil and stuff. So we had a song called Pussy Powder.
Oh god.
I don't even remember which one it was, but we were rolling with that.
Oh, Get Them All Good and Greasy. I like that one. Dick Wienerson shit songs. Just I don't even know what.
Yeah, dude, it comes out of nowhere, and then we just write it down.
Stupid random thing that came out, and just like song name and write it down.
Because I want to see something like Dick Wienerson shit songs on an album. So I want to before I die.
We're not Wheeler Walker Jr.
Yes.
Dude, we can just B-side it. It'll be fun.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Matt, speaking of Wheeler, I love on his record, like, they're all filthy titles, and then, like, he's got one on the last record, Family Tree, like, the cleanest title, the filthiest song.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's an interesting twist on it.
He's...
What's that song about his kid?
Save Some Titty Milk for Me, that one?
No, he just...
I hope
all the
pussy will slay. Yeah.
Getting milk for me, kid. Sorry,
We just had a baby, so I play all those super vulgar songs for my wife, and she doesn't think they're funny as that.
Luca loves it though.
Yeah.
He's into it.
out.
Yeah, my son loves music, so any type of beat or song or anything, he's into it.
Yeah.
And he's only 8 months old, so he has no idea what it's saying.
And it's awesome because I'll get snaps of Spencer sending me his son dancing to like metalcore, like new stuff, and even like Slayer. He's just like death metal. His son's just like smiling and jumping up and down.
Or 90s rap, he likes that a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mental note: follow Spencer on Snapchat.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good
pretty
stuff.
great, man.
We, so Hold Strong EP, where we record this set, guys?
I was with Matt Amelung.
Yeah,
And
Hey,
Encapsulated.
I think he's recorded a band or two in his time.
Just a couple.
You guys have done a
He's
thing
kind of
He's
like the
he's
dude.
okay, yeah.
He's the dude.
the
yeah.
wizard.
As we call him, that's where stuff like Eat Shit Space Nerds and what was another one? Stoner Steve Game Time. That was enough. Like just a bunch of different dumb titles actually came from him. He really is the wizard, though.
He's he's incredible. Like we don't want to go to anyone else ever because he just makes the experience what it should be, and he turns all of our shit songs into not shit songs.
Yeah.
So
And just watching him work is
Wild.
insane. You're like,
It's wild.
wow. How
his
can you
fingers
do
move
that
so
like
fast.
that?
Like he's just like cutting and fixing stuff and like editing as he's going. It's crazy.
The only time I've ever been in the studio with anybody where I'm recording something and he stops me and says, "Hey, I'm like rewriting your part in my head. Do this," and I do it, and I'm like, "Fuck, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, like we've had.
That's awesome."
I think it was like 6 feet under. We were in the studio, and we've had this song for a year and a half by the time we get it to him, and he just like writes a new chorus, just like there it is, like do that instead, and it's magical.
You know,
Like
and it's just it's always
it's subtle stuff,
subtle little things.
but it's
That's like
huge.
the best part.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's like his specialties, like that stuff. Like
Yeah.
I know in old bands he would do like weird counter melodies to the vocals that like you never ever hear until you know it's there, and it's like, God, that's
He
genius.
did that with 6 Feet Under in the chorus. Like I just sang it. I didn't even do anything with that. He gave it counter melodies, harmonies,
it's
and it was just
fantastic.
dude.
Yeah, I love 6 Feet Under, man. That was the one that popped out for me in particular. Just like I love the intro to it. Like just kind of kicks you right in the teeth to get started, and it was it's definitely a turner upper.
It really wasn't supposed to be part of the
That
song.
intro was a different thing, right?
Well, the intro, like I just,
like a
I
different
just
thing
like
altogether.
wrote the intro, and then I didn't have anywhere to put it. So my plan was to, like when we play live, use that as like a segue into that song. But then we always use it at practice, so we went into the studio. It was just kind of like
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do besides
Caleb,
that.
How does the
You-
song
you were
start?
just-
I don't know.
You were just jamming it, and then I remember like Matt turned around and he was like, he took off his headphones. He's like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah, we were recording 2 different songs, and I was, warming up for the actual recording process, and I played that, and he was like, "Why aren't we fucking doing that?"
He's like, "Why don't you guys just play just that? Like, why do we record the other 5?
Yeah,
Like, just
fuck
do
this
that
song.
song."
This song's stupid. That song's not. Do that one. Like next time, dude.
Gee, thanks, man.
We've only got so much material, man.
And more
I'm
importantly,
not
we
that
only
good
got,
at writing. It takes me a minute, okay?
more importantly, we only got so much money.
That's when Andrew was still in college.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
So that was a big thing too when we first started out. Like we were practicing with no vocals. Like he would show up
once a month, month and a
like
half.
maybe every 2 weeks at best.
Yeah.
And we'd run through the set a couple times with him, but the rest of it, like the remaining members of the band were doing all the stuff.
No, practicing without a vocalist, that's weird.
It sucks. You know a thing about that?
Slightly.
Just a little?
That's weird.
Who would do that?
Wish my sister was just at college.
Yeah, I'm basically 12.
Yeah, it's cool. You do good, kid.
Hey, thanks.
Andrew was attending 7th grade boot camp.
Yeah, I was in
For the
7th
15th
grade
time.
basic math.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was in detention.
Summer
Couldn't
school
come
because
to
he failed
practice.
7th grade 4 times.
In remedial English.
Is there? I know somebody asked about some of the lyrics and stuff and stories behind that. Is there anything to go with 6 Feet Under? Where those kind of come from?
What? That's
a good
actually,
one.
yeah,
That's a good
that's a
one.
great question.
Yeah.
There's kind of a
need more beer for this
duo.
one.
Yeah, kind of a duo on that one. So, whenever Caleb and I, so before all that, the story he told earlier, before all that got together, what happened was Caleb and I were talking about.
Hey, thanks, Spencer.
Always getting the beers.
He's a little beer bitch.
We were
Bring the whole case.
we were talking like about a year before that, and I always told him I wanted to sing for a band, and his I think your first or second band didn't end.
We're gonna say it's my first band.
Okay, yeah, I don't really count
Because the
that.
band before that was
Yeah, the
worse.
Blues won, so that's cool.
Hey, all
That
right.
is tight.
But yeah, so that first band
Yes.
didn't work out so well, and actually kind of burnt Caleb a little bit, and he wanted to write a song about it. So that title's actually a little bit of a play on that band's name, and
Yeah.
I'll let you mention that if you want to.
Yeah,
but
so
that's-
none of those guys are going to listen to this. I don't
Yeah,
really care.
perfect.
So I was in a band called Six Gun Charade. It was a metal band. And I quit because we weren't getting along at all. And I basically got told how shitty I was the whole time. Yep, there it is.
Perfect.
And yeah, just it went bad. So I spent
Just like this band.
yeah, just like this band. Yeah, I get told I suck all the time. It's fine.
Kind of.
But so I spent like 2 years kind of burned. I wasn't playing, I wasn't writing, I didn't really care about music at all or whatever. And then I finally got back into it. So when we finally got kind of moving as a band, I was like, I want to write a song about this, but I don't do words well. Like I can't write lyrics. It's not my thing. I just had, like a heavier riff, and I just kind of wanted to send a fuck you to them. So that's what we did.
Yeah, he's like, I want to write a song called 6 Feet Under because fuck those guys, and I was like,
All
okay,
right.
cool. So he sent me.
And I don't feel that way now,
Right.
but at the time I did. Like I was real bitter.
You know,
So
funny. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
you didn't?
No.
Yeah, we talked about it. Not with you, obviously, but
Well,
you don't write lyrics, so it's not a
What
problem.
was cool was right at that very same time I just got over like a really, really rough breakup with my ex, and I was like, cool, I'm down to write a fuck you song. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So like that's
That's
kind of
what we
like
did.
Caleb's living the fuck you kind of vicariously through those lyrics, and I'm very much like living that every time I sing it. It's actually kind of cool. I'm not a hateful person, but for like 4 minutes on stage once a month, I get pretty hateful and it's pretty cool. So
What made it better is like people love that song.
oh yeah.
Yeah. That's
So
fun.
it was kind of, I don't know, I like it. Makes me happy.
It was one of the final songs that like they had shown me because like when I was joining the band, like the album wasn't out yet, so I'd only heard the couple songs that they had released plus a couple songs that Caleb had sent me. Like, dude, check this out. We just recorded this one, and that was like the final one. Like, oh, you haven't heard this one yet, and that intro riff hits, and I'm like, shit. All right.
Banger.
Why didn't I hear this one first?
Lead with that one.
It was a
Yeah.
secret, man. Hiding that one.
Yeah.
But it was good.
Heavy riffs, catchy chorus.
Yeah.
Rockin' bridge. I'm like, holy crap, where's this one been?
I don't even know how I wrote that. It just kind of all
Do that again.
Right, yeah.
Well, that started out as a different song that you and I wrote.
It did,
called-
yeah.
called
It was like
Worldview.
3 different songs,
Yeah.
and then we just kind of were like, all this fits. So we put it
Just
together,
make it a
and
different, better song.
that's what we got. Yeah,
Nice.
good time.
Yeah.
Nothing like talking shit on your old bands. Fun.
With your new band.
Yeah,
We're like in a high school relationship. it
right
sounds
now,
like, right?
yeah.
Fuck your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, Andrew, you don't even have to.
It looks literally about my ex. I can't.
You can't even say anything bad about your old bands.
I can't.
Yeah, because you don't have any.
Hey, I was in a cover band for like a month.
Well,
Shut up. We were pretty
that
good.
counts.
Solid.
Dude, I was in a really, really turdy metal band.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it from you.
This is Andrew's
turd.
first like
Actual band, yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty cool because these guys have all been in bands before. So
He just turned 17, actually.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
gonna go to college.
We have never been in good ones,
No,
On 11th grade.
it is cool that you got to
Except
bring
for-
that up because
except
like,
for everybody but me. I'm the only one that's been in shit ones. It's fine.
I've been in some bad bands.
me too.
Not Spencer, though,
I like
because he's perfect.
I like all my old bands.
Spencer's got no bones to pick. It is cool though because that's a dish. Or originally that was a very humbling experience to be around people who like knew how this shit worked, and I was very like, all right guys, I'll do whatever you want to do. And like now that we're kind of like doing the thing again, I
You
feel
realize
like,
that we don't know how the shit
exactly,
works.
exactly. You guys were putting on a front, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I figured it out.
Yeah.
No one knows what you're
Yeah,
doing.
we don't know what we're
Cool, awesome.
We're just gonna wing it.
I was like, I'll fit in just fine. I don't know anything.
Let's share another one. This is Crows, another fun one to sing along to.
Oh yeah.
Anything in particular about Crows you guys want to share?
It's the first song that we wrote as a band.
It's the first one you guys released, too, wasn't it?
Yep.
We
So I came to the band with like a few songs written.
I love how I can put a perspective of, like, that's the first one you guys released, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
that's the first one. And
like,
we
I'm not in this band at that point.
So I had a few songs, and Greg had a few songs, but they weren't done. Like they were just kind of riff ideas, and maybe a minute here or there. But Crows is the first one that like I showed up at practice, and I just played the opening riff, and we jammed on that for like
2
30
hours.
minutes,
Oh.
and had a solid start.
Oh yeah.
But we had the song done in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like straight through, like lyrics, guitar, drums, all of it. Like I guess bass was in there too a little bit.
Spencer was there.
I figured all that out
Spencer
real
showed
fast.
up. Yeah, it's not that hard.
He's only got
Pretty
4
simple.
strings. I mean, there's not that much you can do.
And I only played one of them anyways.
Yeah, he really doesn't either. That's so funny.
But so that was the first song that we
He
had.
literally doesn't even play all of them.
I don't have
Hey, it's cool. I'm not talking, dicks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Soft.
So, but yeah, it was the first song that we had. Oh my god. Look here, Denny.
Back up. Big old Denny Jr.
Yeah, DJ.
Oh man.
Calling you
Spin
that
that
now
shit.
on, just so you know.
I appreciate it.
It's good. So it was the first song that we had actually written as a band. Like we all just kind of threw our own ideas in at the same time, and that's what happened. Andrew got the lyrics from his brother. Part of it, not the whole song. Just just a little.
2 very small stories. One, my brother and I on the way home, and we were talking about like one particular thing that could happen, and we would both die happy. Like people always say, like, "Oh, that could happen. I'd die a happy life." That's always a joke, right? So I said, "Yeah, man, I could die happy. Like wrap me up, put me in the ground." And he was like, "I got a date with some crows, baby." I was like, "What does that mean?" He's like, "It's kind of just what you said." And I was like, "Yeah, but it's better. Can I use that for a song?" He's like, "Sure, I don't care."
Cool.
And then the other part, the part that comes before that, Caleb and I got really, really drunk at a party and almost started a fight with 30 people. So the crash the party, fuck me around part was literally from a party that we crashed, and this one guy, who actually is my current girlfriend's ex, was kind of fucking me around a little bit, and I wanted to fight him, and luckily your now wife was sober at that, or sober enough to get us the hell out of there before we
Yeah.
fought 30 people.
Yeah.
So,
We were gonna get our ass kicked.
yeah.
But we were gonna do it
Would
anyway.
have been cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been a lot cooler.
Yeah.
I took on 30 dudes and got my ass kicked.
I would like to say that we would have came out on
some
top on
bros.
that, but there's no way.
Hey man, we would have went down, but we'd have come back up a
Dude,
couple times.
you know what?
Stay
30 hipsters are still 30 people.
Yeah, that's true.
30 humans.
Well, they were like stealing our beer and just talking shit on us, and
It'd be like getting your ass kicked by like 30, 12-year-olds, but it still counts as 30
30, 12-year-olds.
Like, Andrew's like, yo, this is Man The Helm beer. Don't fucking touch that shit.
Fuck.
I'm not gonna lie, if you were at a party being a dickhead back then, and you had beer,
Spencer
I
hit
would've
the
took it.
I wasn't. That was the thing, though, is I wasn't even being a dickhead. Like, I brought my beer to someone's house, which they already had plenty of alcohol. They were taking our beers. Caleb told me that, and I was like, well, that's kind of shitty. And so, like, I went to go find my beer, and then my girlfriend's ex, like, came up to me and was like, hey, man, we should go talk outside. And I was like, no,
I don't
we
think
shouldn't.
so.
I know what you want to say to me, and I don't want to hear it.
And then
He's
they
like,
wrote
nah, man.
Crows.
And then we wrote Crows.
Perfect.
Which is not a diss song at all.
No. It's a very, like
It's a pretty honest
like
one, yeah.
alternative rock song. It's
It's probably one of my favorite songs. Yeah,
That's a
I
good
like
one.
it.
it's real
I
solid.
like it.
It's solid.
The best part's the ending. It
Yeah,
gets a little heavy. Andrew screamed one time in the studio, and Matt was just like, cool, that's perfect. Done.
Yeah, Matt was
like, we
like-
thought it was going to be like,
Meh.
he's going to have to try a couple times, you know? Like, he's not going to get it right off the bat. Right off the bat. One scream, final take.
Done.
And how crappy is that? I stayed the entire time, and it's like I have to go. And as soon as I leave, I get a phone call like 2 minutes later. Andrew just did the best scream ever.
Yeah,
I'm like,
perfect.
Great.
Well, it was
Yeah.
funny.
I
Like
missed
leading up to that, I knew I wanted to do that scream part, and I was like, "All right, I'm not gonna tell him that I'm working on it. I'm just gonna get it really, really good and do it in the studio once. Hope to God it doesn't suck."
Well, we
And
heard it
ended
at
up-
practice, and we thought it was shit, but we didn't
because it
want to
was.
tell him.
It was terrible. It was so bad.
But we wouldn't tell him. We were like, maybe when we get in the studio, we'll just be like, maybe you don't do that. And then he got to the part, and he did it, and nailed it. And we were like, it's fine, it stays. It's good.
You can do that now.
Do that
I guess
from now
it's
on.
okay.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again. It never stops, it won't ever end. Over and over and over it goes. When will it stop? Nobody knows. Slower and slower, the slower we go. Paycheck to paycheck just to play a show. Stand down for no one, screaming loud. I'll live my whole life just to make you proud. Crash the party, fuck me around. Things seem so different lately. Wrap me up, put me in the ground. I got a date with some crows, baby. Crash the party, fuck me around. Things seem so different lately. Wrap me up, put me in the ground. I got a date with some crows, baby. I got a date with some crows, baby. I got a date with some crows, baby. We got the stage, you bought the ticket. Come on and show me that life has no limits. I want us to start and never be finished. Sleep is for chumps and you won't wanna miss this. I know it feels so long ago. Summer was shorter than we'd ever know. Left with just one night to lose control. I promise you one day that we'll have it all. Crash the party, fuck me around. Things seem so different lately. Wrap me up, put me in the ground. I got a date with some crows, baby. Crash the party, fuck me around. Things seem so different lately. Wrap me up, put me in the ground. I got a date with some crows, baby. I got a date with some crows, baby. I got a date with some crows. Things seem so different lately. Got a date with some crows, baby. Things seem so different lately. Got a date with some crows, baby. Things seem so different lately. Got a date with some crows, baby.
It's good stuff.
And I had to wait to hear it till Matt sent them to us.
Yep.
So
Then
that's
it was
a bummer
even,
for
then
me.
it was even better.
It's like, man.
And the dude's busy, so it takes a minute
All right.
to get it back. Just a small one.
He's popular, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, let's talk about your guys' next show. You guys are in the Road to Pointfest finals happening on March 16th over at Pops. And lineup still to be determined. We got a couple more rounds still. Figure out some
Show or two left.
Yeah, the details. But right currently you have Disguise the Limit with you, current year, and After Alberta, right?
Is there another one
That
on
is
Yeah.
there? Is that it? Well, I understand. Thank you.
that is it currently.
Man, the
yes.
Helm's on there too.
Yeah.
We are playing that show.
We're gonna try.
We will be there.
There'll be a fifth one. I imagine it'll come from the.
Greg will probably be late.
Late one
That
time.
sounds about right.
One time. That's all it takes, man.
Poor Greg, not even here to defend himself.
That's fine. He'll hear it.
It always happens like that when there's a chance to talk shit. Greg's not around to like defend it, and we don't plan that. Is the worst part. It just happens that way.
So the actual title to change on our EP is Greg's Not Here, because he wrote like the main part of that song, and then we played it and he wasn't there,
Yeah, he wrote
and
it.
we nailed it.
He wrote
so
it,
like
taught it
we
to
decided we
Caleb.
don't need Greg really, but we'll keep him around anyway.
Yeah,
That's all right.
he
We
wrote
like
it,
him.
taught it to you.
Yeah.
And then a week later, he's like, I can't make practice. And then we like did it better than ever. We're like, I don't even need Greg.
Yeah, we don't need Greg. Greg's not here. It's cool.
Yeah, until we try to play any other song. On our
And
set,
then
we're like,
yeah.
we really need Greg.
We do really need Greg.
But not for that
He's the
song.
icing on the cake, man.
Yeah. He's the cherry on top.
I'm just the cake part. That's all I do. No one likes just cake.
You're like the egg that you put in the cake batter.
Right, yeah. Like, it's in there. It's important.
I'm the
But, like,
eggshell that you accidentally drop in and pick out. It's like, oh, get that out of that.
Shit.
What do you want to be, Kevin? Sprinkles?
Kevin's definitely Sprinkles.
Fucking sprinkles on top.
I'm gonna call you Sprinkles from now on.
Sprinkles DJ.
So what does that make Spencer's? He like the cardboard, like,
Yeah.
Spencer's the
disc on the bottom?
He's just holding us all up.
He's the foundation.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, so what was that like? Sitting at the radio on Sunday night, waiting to hear if you guys advanced to the finals and stuff. Is that pretty cool?
Well, Caleb and I just gone and seen a shitty movie, and then ate a
We
lot
did
of
a
Buffalo
shitty
Wild Wings.
movie. Glass is dope. Shut up.
I've heard both.
Well, he didn't see Unbreakable, so...
Oh, yeah, my wife did that. Didn't see Unbreakable or Split, and went and
I
watched
saw Split.
And then I'm like, "Did you watch those?" And she goes, "No." And I was like, I was like, "No wonder you're confused." Like,
Right, that's kind of like a huge part of it.
Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't
like
seen
you have to see
Unbreakable,
both to understand Glass. But anyway, we went to the movies, and then
Not
just together. Yeah, we were together.
We had the recliners next to each other.
Yeah, we were hanging
Cuddled
out.
under a blanket as
Old
good.
hands.
shared popcorn.
Sounds sweet. Man.
Yeah, that's not a big deal. Cut a hole in the bottom of the box. It's fine. That's not popcorn.
Went to dinner. It was nice.
He didn't call me afterward.
My wife went, okay,
Sure.
and Kevin's fiance went as well.
They were there.
Yeah,
They were on their own.
They were
date,
seeing
so
a different movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went with us.
It's not a big deal. But yeah, so I listened to it on the way home from that, and was the Story of the Year was on that night?
Yeah, they had Story of the Year in studio that night promoting their big show last weekend.
Yep. And Cornbread almost forgot.
Yeah,
So we were-
it was like
9:59 and 30 seconds.
it was.
Oh, hey, got to announce the winners.
It was like 10:02. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I almost forgot. Thanks.
Thanks, pal.
And I was way more excited than mine. Put the baby to sleep, went to bed. I was like, he'll probably say it right at the beginning.
Nope.
Nope.
And then
I
laid
planned
there,
on it being
and
kind
I
of
was
the end.
like,
Yeah.
maybe he'll say it in the middle. Maybe he's not going to say it
At all.
Maybe we'll find out on Facebook.
Then he's like, oh yeah. I was like, oh yeah. And they said our name. I was like, woo. Going to bed.
Yeah, man.
Good night.
Yep.
And it was a good show too, so we weren't really positive on what the outcome was going to be. We were hopeful,
Sure.
but we didn't know.
Yeah, there was the cool thing I like about the Road to Pointfest is it gets a lot of new bands out there that I like. I've been involved in the scene for 10 years. I know Spencer's been around for a long time. Everybody,
Andrew's been around for like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
so he
7
doesn't know
seconds.
anybody.
Well, like
couple
you see,
minutes.
like bands come and go, and like the Road to Pointfest has a lot of newer bands that I've just never heard of that
Yeah.
are trying to get out there and make a name for themselves, and so it's cool to see that. And the band that moved on from our show current year, they were one of those bands, and they were just the nicest dudes and
Super cool
really
guys.
solid. And I think they're really good.
Yeah, I mean, I've met many of my friends today through the Road to Pointfest stuff down there. I mean, a lot of them, you know, I remember meeting Apollo's daughter down there the first time and like watched their set, and I was like, man, you guys kick ass. We're, you know, so I went and introduced myself, and I'm like, we should do a podcast and get to meet up. So, and then, you know, now I'm stuck being friends with Corey. So, it's like, you know,
So
Yeah, that's a
sorry.
bummer.
Damn the bad luck.
Damn the bad luck.
but they're you know, that stuff, like that's what's fun about that. It's like it's just great exposure for you guys and for all the other bands, and,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
it's a big networking kind of thing. We can all
100%.
become
yeah.
buddies and do more shows together in the future. So
Yeah.
That's what we try to do. Like, we try to get along with as many people as we can.
And these dudes, they did the Road to Point Fest last year. And I think Andrew had to graduate from college, so they had to drop
Yeah,
out.
We did
it
have to
always
drop
comes
out.
back to me somehow, but
Yeah, something about like walking's important or something. I don't know.
I left my graduation, it was raining.
Yeah, I didn't go.
I said,
to mine.
screw this.
Yeah.
it was just so funny.
College.
Yeah, it was just so funny. It was like,
What?
He's talking about graduating from college, not high school.
I did graduate from college, you dick. Did you? Yeah.
did you?
That surprises me.
Fuck you.
But they had to drop out, and so when I joined, the timing was right.
It was junior college, but it counts.
Roast.
They had to drop out, just like Caleb dropped out of college. And
Yeah, I didn't drop out. I did drop out of Webster.
dropped out of middle school.
Maybe. Shut up.
So it was kind of, the timing was right when I joined. You know, it was the beginning of December, end of November. It was like, hey, this is coming up. They advanced last year to the next round, and they just, dates weren't working, so they
Dates
dropped
didn't
out.
work, but we also got 2 really cool shows.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
this band is done. Like, they came out of the gates and like we're in the finals to like play at the Blues game. They, you know, they played Delmar Hall. They were, you know, advancing the point. They played like 5 or 6 shows, but they were all like cool as fuck shows.
Yeah,
They did a lot of cool stuff. Like right out of the gates, like cool. They're going up against like 3 other bands to play at Scott Trade Center like during the Blues game. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah, people like that I haven't talked to in years. Were
Enterprise
like,
Center, my bad.
Yeah, there you go.
dude, they were on Twitter like going nuts. Like,
That was easily one of the most like, I don't want to say heartwarming, but like another humbling experience for
yeah,
like
man. Like we'd
people.
only been a band like not even a year.
Andrew had sang like 3 times.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
his life.
in my
Yeah.
life, yeah, not even just with this band,
Right.
but, no, people were like retweeting and quoting Man The Helm, Blue Social, and like my phone was just blowing up, and I was like, dude, it was incredible. I had people message me from like 8th grade who like moved to California, like, dude, are you gonna play with the Blues? I was like, well, maybe hop on Twitter.
starting center. Left winger. Andrew.
Yeah.
Sports is
that's pretty good.
But so we played Delmar Hall,
Sports
and then we played a damn near sold out show with New Lingo.
At the Ready Room. No,
It was at Firebird,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was awesome.
That was such a good show.
And that lineup was tight.
Yeah, man.
And then
I guess
you went.
I guess I forgot about that. I was there that night too. So.
Yeah.
I think the last 3
Forgot-
shows I either played or attended
Yeah.
before I joined.
Yeah, and then
I
we
was thinking it was
played
Delmar Hall, but yeah, it was. I was
The
there
old
for
Rock
a-
House.
the old Rock House. And
Downtown.
then we disappeared.
Yep.
And that was a really cool show too.
That was a super cool show.
That was a fun show.
yeah.
Yeah, we played with our future drummer and we didn't know it.
Hi.
It was cute.
It was really just.
I gave
it's a
Caleb
prophecy,
a
dude.
beer while he played.
He did. That's like the coolest.
One of the
picture
most
I had.
epic pictures I've ever
Yeah.
seen in my life.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
I was glad somebody caught that moment.
I am too. I didn't think anybody would, and they got it.
He told me no. I said, you're drinking this
I
damn.
did. Yeah, it was during the end of 6 Feet Under, so it was like the faster part.
couldn't-
And he's standing in front of me, just holding this beer up, like.
And he's
Drink it,
he's
like
shaking
I
his
can't
head
do
no.
it. I can't do it. He's like doing it. So like I knelt down and like I'm playing, drinking, and somebody caught it and it was cool.
Nice.
Thanks to Citywide and
Yeah.
Rock
Yeah,
House.
yeah. Big shout out to them because I remember like, you guys are gonna go on at this time, and they're like, hey, we're actually gonna push it back an hour. And we're like, oh, okay, cool. So we sit down, we're having a few drinks, and
We were
drinks
all
turns
wasted.
into a lot. And they're like, all right, you guys ready? And I was like, I've never been drunk for a show.
I'm too drunk.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Greg wasn't there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Greg
Greg
was
was
late.
still late.
Greg was probably sober.
Greg was 100% sober because he doesn't drink.
Okay. He drinks a little, like 1 beer occasionally.
Rarely.
A year.
On a very special occasion.
And you know what? Since he doesn't drink, it's enough. So he might have been drunk too.
1 beer.
Maybe.
Doing it.
You would have smelt the aroma.
Yeah.
He saw me
wasted.
stand on stage and was like, oh.
I'm wasted.
Can't walk.
Secondhand drunk.
It's a new
Write
song.
that down.
It's a song.
But, well, we do have tickets available, right?
We do.
Yeah. So reach out to the band, snag some tickets, come on out and celebrate Stone Cold Steve Austin Day.
I'm wearing my shirt.
It's also
That's happening.
day before St. Patty's Day, so
Yeah.
I think we're gonna. I don't know. We're gonna do some cool stuff
Irish
for that.
car bombs the right way.
Yeah.
Because some people fuck that up.
You're gonna take 2 Irish car bombs.
Oh,
I might.
dude,
I might-
there we go.
I might die.
Stone Cold.
You know, I really want to do that when
That would
we
really
get
make
up
a-
on stage, but I
That'd
feel
make
like
that glass breaking noise, right?
Yeah.
John won't like that.
Yeah.
No, can't get nothing this.
Apparently it's
No.
frowned upon.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Don't break my.
I don't make enough money to like pay for damages yet, so
Pops is so beautiful now.
yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Those new lights are killer.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the whole package going on over there.
Yeah.
Sound.
They give you
lights.
sound too?
Yeah,
They just
last
got
year-
John. That's all they need.
Well, that's fair. Yeah.
John
Last
can
year
make
got
my
the
iPhone
speakers
sound
and
like
John.
fucking
Yeah,
gold.
you could play old used speakers as long as you got John, you're fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. It's always a good time over at Pop. So yeah, come on out again March 16th. Let's you mentioned change a little bit. Let's drop in this last one from the EP and anything else we want to add around change, guys?
Everyone's looking at me. That one I really like because that's probably one of that one and Until the End I think are the two that I feel the most that I have the most connection with the lyrics because like the chorus talks about like I want to change.
What are the words?
Oh, you
I
gotta
don't know
think
the
of
words. I
it.
have to sing it. It's like singing the ABC.
Not that important, is it?
It's not. No, but no, it talks about like I want to change the things I say and immortalize the words I sing because like a lot of the times I don't say the right things, but when I'm singing, those are the things that I want to be. You know, like that's the version of myself that I see as the best version of myself. So being able to immortalize that would be a dream come true. Whereas a lot of the things I say, as I'm sure you've heard in the last 45 minutes, are stupid and don't make any sense. So
That's all of us, man. That's
Yeah,
cool.
well,
we don't know what we're doing. I don't know what to do with my hands.
and that one talks about like I think the bridge is really cool too. Like I'm not as smart as I sound. I'm not as good as you think. Because there aren't a lot of people who think that about
Yeah, we don't
me,
think
but-
you're very good.
Oh, I know.
So it's fine.
But for the few people in the world that do, you know, it's just cool, man.
Shout out to your mom and Cassie.
Literally it. Not even my dad, really.
Yeah, 2 people like me. That's cool.
And, my dad thinks
Dad hates me.
it wants me to do better. But no, I don't.
Fuck you, Dad.
Just, yeah. Play some Linkin Park. Yeah, some angry dad music. No, it just change is something I have a really like, big connection to, and like wrote that in very like turning point in my college career, and the band kind of started, and like those are just lyrics that I held on to for a long time, and Greg came up with that riff, and it just fit, and I was like, dude, it's a badass song, man.
Yeah.
It just feels right.
Inspired and wired, created a way, waited
Is there any plans to do like an official release party or anything like that?
We talked about
It was
it.
something that was discussed, like kind of what to do. Because when I joined, the EP was done and had been done for a while, and
But we didn't have a drummer.
But they had been they had no drummer, and they'd been kind of out of the game for a while, and any momentum that they had gained was kind of
She gone.
Non-existent.
It was
so it was
gone.
like, do we try to have a release show with no momentum, or do we just drop the damn thing and just like we decided to do the Road to Pointfest and just kind of drop it and just
We didn't think that
play shows and promote it, and
we would have enough pull to pull off a CD release.
Sure.
Possible, but
Yeah.
not likely.
Yeah, like we probably could have done it,
Yeah.
but we wouldn't have gotten the outcome that we wanted.
Yeah.
So
Makes-
we decided to just kind of
put it out, then play some shows.
do it, play some
promote it
shows,
there.
see what happens.
And no matter the result of the Point Fest battle, like that's going to build up enough momentum for us to like get back to where we were, and then we can continue on that direction.
You guys could just win this Road to Point Fest and then just invite 20,000 people to your release party at Point
True.
Fest.
We could do that.
Hand out some free vouchers.
Yeah.
That'd be a good
Maybe
release
make
party.
physical copies for that one.
There you
We
go.
I think we should do that.
We
probably.
should
At
do
least
that.
12.
We got asked about it at our last show because we didn't do any physical copies.
Nobody wants physical CDs
'Cause no
until
one
they're at
wants
a
physical.
damn show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I-
why? You're not
like
going to
your
listen.
show.
Your car doesn't have a CD player. What are you going to listen to?
Yeah, like
it?
everybody just kind of does the
Like my
Spotify
laptop
thing.
doesn't have
or-
a CD player. My car doesn't have a CD player. Where the hell am I going to listen to this damn thing at?
Right. But the artwork is cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
So you should buy that just for that. Brandon Fowler
You
did
can't
that.
because it's not Brandon Fowler.
Brandon Fowler, yeah. No. So my tattoo artist Brandon Hogan did our album art and nailed it.
Yeah, so good.
I mean,
So good.
first try.
And he worked with us like throughout the whole process. Like he really didn't have to change much, but
No.
everything he did, he checked with us, and that's what we got. So if nothing else, buy the EP to look at the picture
That's
because
not
it's
available
good.
yet.
Definitely.
When we make
I was gonna
contact,
say,
We're gonna do it, okay?
Dude, that picture's worth at least $5.
At
Okay,
least
so like
$5.
you're getting a steal on that.
Yeah. Hang that shit up.
Buy the picture, get 6 complimentary songs.
Yeah, for free. 6 songs for free.
They're okay.
Well, and then I was also wondering if you guys were thinking about maybe some music videos. I know we have a bunch of talented guys making videos around town, and I think some of these songs would make some cool videos. Is there some things in the works for that at all, or?
That has also been talked about.
Yeah.
We just don't know what song we want to do
I think
or when we're going to do it.
I think the phrase "in the works" could be used very loosely here. I think we tossed around "for the night" because I think that would be a really fun, like fast-paced, like video to do. That would be a cool one where
It's got a good story behind it too.
I think that'd be a cool story.
Or we could do crows, and then you guys could fight those 30 guys. And
That would be
could.
sweet.
That'd be sick.
Or we could do 6 Feet Under and I could fight my old band. That'd be
Dude,
cool too.
and that's less people. We might actually
that's
win
only
that
4
one.
other dudes, man. We'd be
Band
fine.
versus band. Let's
Yeah.
fuck it, dude. Let's fight.
Fuck 'em
Greg
up.
doesn't look tough, but he's pretty squirrely.
Dude, he choked out like was a linebacker, some shit. Yeah, he choked out a football player, and I don't know if any of you know Greg, but he weighs like 30 pounds.
Yeah, he's-
Did you hear about
He's
that
deceiving
guy like recently that like choked out that and killed that mountain
Mountain
lion?
lion?
That was Greg.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why he won't come forward because Greg doesn't want to know.
Greg is
Online
a
with
tough
bare
motherfucker,
hands.
man.
running from the law.
Yeah,
Greg's
But,
40 pounds soaking wet, so
we do want to do a video.
Yeah.
That was part of the whole like.
We're just not doing it yet.
That was kind of the whole process of like, what do we do to like promote the EP? Because basically, from the time I like had my first practice with the band to the time the EP dropped was like 5 weeks, and that's like when we decided to release the EP. So it was like
And would you play those for like a month and we had a show?
I had like I had 5 practices before I played a show with them.
yeah, and he nailed it. Killed it.
And
Perfect.
then, just a fun fact, one of the practices he
I
was
like
like,
fun
yeah, I've
facts.
never...
Also said nailed like 30 times.
Yeah, he's
nailed
like,
it. Nailed it.
Nailed it. We played 6 Feet Under, and he's like, yeah, that was, like, we played it through, and it was almost perfect, like 99% perfect. Damn And he was like, yeah, that 1%. And he was like, yeah, that's actually the first time I played that on real drums. And I was like, wait,
all
the whole
songs.
the whole practice.
He's like, I air drummed all of these before. Never played them on
just
a set.
listen to him and he air drums and he knows the fucking part.
He just showed
Blows
up.
my mind.
My goal showing up day one was to be able just to like show up with the dudes and like play the set. Like no real like, all right, let's work through this song. Let's work through this song. Because I wanted to hit the ground running. I wanted to like join the band. Boom.
Well,
go.
you did it.
Thanks.
Good job, kid.
You nailed it.
And I did. I showed up first night and I played all 6 songs like solid 87%.
You know, you think very highly of yourself. I don't like that. We're gonna have to knock you down a step.
There we go. 83 sounds better.
Yeah, I never practiced any of the songs on a real kit.
I had a lot of people come up at the last Road to Pointfest show that we had. Even Clark came up and was like, he acts like he's been in this band since the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he's been a part of it the whole time, and he's, you know, hitting all these parts and they're perfect, and like he's essentially just a perfect piece of the band.
Oh yeah, man.
So
Which is big coming from
it is
Clark,
big.
You know.
Well, thanks, Clark.
Yeah, got the approval
Clarky.
from the guy that, like, you know,
Clarky
laid the
Clark and
groundwork.
Funky Bunch.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Clarkson 5.
yeah.
So yeah, we tried to decide like what are we gonna do to promote this album, and rather than trying to coordinate like filming a music video and getting all that stuff scheduled, we did a lyric video for Until the End. We decided that was gonna be our single. Had that cranked out in like a week and put that out I think 3 weeks before we dropped the album. It was like, hey, cool, we're dropping the album. Like it was kind of like a let's just do it kind of mentality, and yeah, it was just that's kind of the route we went. And so now the album's out, we kind of have like a take a breath, say like, all right, what's next?
Yeah.
We're already starting to work on it. Man, they all got song ideas and trying to work on some new music, but still try to promote, like, even though the songs have been around for 3 years with these guys, like they're still new to most people.
Yeah.
So trying to figure out like what the next step is, how to promote these songs,
Sure.
work on new material.
And there's definitely new material in the works. And I'm sure, I think we're all like-minded, but I feel very, very good about it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Giving it a shot.
Well, you can get involved with Man The Helm on your Facebook and Twitter and Instagram.
That's correct.
And find them on there. We have, again, the EP available digitally everywhere. Stream it on your Spotify, download it on iTunes, wherever you're getting it. But yeah, check it all out until we get those physicals someday. But yeah.
Someday is the perfect
At
way.
one point we will
Yeah,
get those.
one day we'll have money and we'll buy them. So you can buy them as well.
But and again, don't forget to come party. Get your St. Patrick's Day weekend started right at Pops. with
We're doing
Man The
beer
Helm.
bashes.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing them.
Shut Stone.
We might not be doing them on stage, but we're going to do them anyway.
Probably outside.
Probably outside.
Run outside.
After the show.
It'll be good. Yeah, we got physical tickets for sale if you want to buy online. If you're lazy and don't want to meet up, we got the link. You can go to our Facebook. We got that posted. Just click and buy, and no extra cost, no fees, no anything like that. So $6.
Nice.
Pick them up at the door. Walk in. Have a good time.
Yeah. Very nice. Well, yeah. We'll see you all at Pops then.
You bet.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank
It's
you.
been a lot of fun.
Thanks for
Yeah.
having us on,
Thank
man.
you, Shane,
Yeah. I
for
appreciate
everything
it.
you do for the local scene.
I'm
I know
having,
you enjoy it too, which is like the best part about the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Win-win.
I'm having the time of my life doing this show, man.
Yeah.
It's been so much fun.
I bet you get to meet all kinds of cool people, see some cool things.
Except for us.
I was just saying, then hang out with some not so cool
and then I'm with some dicks here.
Yeah, hang out
This
with some
was,
douchebags for sure.
With some
Yeah,
losers. I got stuck by an 18-wheeler for this shit.
This was definitely not a highlight, but still.
I get it.
Just coming down Highway T, like, what the fuck? I'm turning around.
The honesty is
I live
appreciated,
here and I
really.
hate Thursdays. Like, these assholes are coming to my house.
I wonder how your wife feels.
I gotta drive an hour.
She's not even here. That's how she
I gotta
feels.
drive an hour,
That's
10
fine.
minutes to get to this shit.
Yeah, right?
Yep. All right, guys. Well, thanks again.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks,
I'll
brother.
see you all soon.
You bet.
Bye, everyone.
Later.
Bye.
Deuces.
Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Well, yeah, that was it.